Welcome to Madrid Reviews. This is your host, Christian Madrid, and on today's video, we're going to be talking about Predator, Badlands. Let's get to the review now, y'all. Alright, y'all, let's get into this. So, I just watched Predator, Badlands, and it's a pretty badass movie. I had pretty little expectations going into this movie, but it was much better than I expected, as it's one of the best action movies of the years. I'm surprised saying that, like a 7th or 8th, whatever installment this is of Predator. I didn't think this was going to be any good, if I'm being honest, but it was fucking badass. Dan Trachtenberg, he did a phenomenal job directing this film and putting his own spin on the Predator films. You know, he directed Prey and then the Predator, the Killers, that animated Predator movie. I didn't see either of those. You know, I want to go back and see those because Predator Badlands was really good. The writing is pretty good, as it's got a good story that keeps you interested throughout. There's not much dialogue in the film, but there doesn't really need to be much dialogue because, you know, of all the action, which the action is great in this movie, filled with great action sequences and suspenseful moments. Pretty much like the whole movie, mostly, I would say like 75 to 80% of this movie is straight up action, and it's fucking epic. This movie also does a great job in mostly focusing on the Predator aspect of the film and less on the humans. I really like that aspect. The acting is good, even though there's not many human actors in this movie, you know, or they're dressed up in Predators. But Ella Fanning, she gets a good performance. You know, she did a really good job in this movie. The cinematography looks beautiful in this film, as it's well shot, and the production design looks amazing too. The visual effects are superb, as there's great uses of CGI. You know, it's mostly CGI, but I don't really even notice the CGI, and it's all well done and everything. Sound design, it adds intensity and energy to the film, along with the score. The editing also does a good job, as this movie is perfectly paced. It goes by pretty quick, you know. It doesn't overstay its welcome, as it's a short runtime, an hour and 40 minutes, you know. Tells the story, gets straight to the point, and yeah, it's finished, you know. Has all the action and everything. You know, overall, Predator Badlands, it's a great film. A great action film, and, you know, in a year where action is lacking, you know, this year is mostly about horror movies, you know, which they're great, but we need more action movies, you know, great action movies, and this one is one of them. You know, it's a good action film. I highly recommend checking it out. See it in theaters, especially in 4DX, 3D, IMAX, you know, see it on the biggest screen possible, you know, because October, you know, it lacked in the box office. And quite frankly, I don't blame y'all for not going into theaters in October, because most of those movies fucking sucked. I'm not even gonna lie. That's why October was the worst box office year in movie history since 1997, which is crazy. And I don't blame y'all for not going. But show up for Predator Badlands. This movie is actually really good. You know, it's part of an IP, the Predator universe, you know. It's got action. It's less than 2 hours long, you know. So come on, guys, show up, you know, see this film. I'm giving it an A-. We're eating very good watching this movie. In and out, Chick-fil-A type shit. Alright, y'all, so that is the end of the video. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment on whether you have seen this movie or excited to see it. And if you've seen it, let me know your thoughts. What's your favorite Predator movie? It's still the original Arnold Schwarzenegger one. That one is good. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and alerts to know when I drop a new review. Appreciate you all for watching. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night, whatever time you're watching. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch me talk about movies. Thank you. Adios.